Y'all, I just finished watching the Crash documentary on Netflix. The one about the Mackenzie girl who killed her boyfriend and his friend by driving into a building at 100 miles per hour. Craziness. So, let me tell y'all what I think was the best creative decision in this documentary. When they interviewed Mackenzie from jail, and she stops and checks in with her lawyer to make sure that she is portraying herself in the right way and in an innocent light. And this was used so strategically to me by directors, producers, and editors to keep that in, to shape the mind of a viewer and allowing us a behind the scenes moment to form our own opinions about who Mackenzie is when the cameras are not rolling. Essentially, the cameras were still rolling, but in her mind, this was a cut, this was a break. And we get to see that exchange from that light when she's like preparing herself for this. And it gives us insight into her motive for speaking during this Netflix documentary, because apparently I don't believe that's something this was the first interview she had done. So just to see that and for them to include that, I think was just brilliant, because they hadn't included any other moments like that throughout this documentary. It definitely painted her to be, again, still worried about saving herself and not about the people, not about the victims. She wasn't concerned about the victims, and that's something that her parents have been called out about too by viewers, even by the judge during her trial. Like, everybody's like in her corner is worried about Mackenzie, and that lack of empathy and regard for others seems to be what has gotten her in this position that she's in now. That scene could have easily ended up on the cutting room floor. It was not an active interview moment, it was an aside, and I just love that they included that.